Hi, Dr. David Smithson, Body Logic, MD, Birmingham, Alabama. I'm the medical director there. I've got my clinic up into there, and we deal in hormonal balancing, nutrition, exercise treatment to try to get people where they want to be. We all want more energy. We all need more energy, and so that's what it's all about, trying to get us back to that more youthful state. As we age, of course, our hormones tend to decline. So, of course, our goal together is to try to replace the hormones back to the levels where we were when we were in our 20s and 30s. When we're testing for hormones, obviously we're testing for several hormones. And the goal is to find out, number one, what is in the normal range and what is not in the normal range. And by normal range, a lot of people say, well, what's normal? Is it normal for somebody that's 60 years old or normal for somebody that's 30 years old? We like to get people in the range of their hormones where they're normal, where they were approximately 30 years old, kind of when people were feeling very good. Men are fairly easy because our hormones, we don't have quite the interaction that women do. Women certainly need to have things in balance because women have more hormones that need to be adjusted and fine-tuned. And so that's what our goal is, to try to get the female hormones in the right spot so that people can be balanced and feel good and in tune and where they want to be. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but that's what the testing is for, to try to figure out where people need to be. Once we find that out, people feel better, and it makes a world of difference on how they feel, how they sleep, how they go through life, their stress levels, everything. Certainly nutrition is a huge part of it. Nutrition is a big factor in what we do, because if you're not eating properly, if you're not getting the right nutrition, the right minerals, the right vitamins, things like that, obviously our body can't function as well. We don't ask people to be perfect, nobody is, but if we can start changing our mindset on what we eat and how we take care of ourselves nutritionally, it can make a huge difference. Food allergies are a lot bigger than I ever used to comprehend, and people don't realize how foods can affect how they feel. To me, it's interesting because there's so many of these weight loss programs out there, and they'll get people certain diets and certain things to eat without knowing if people are allergic to those foods. And when you think about it, if people are allergic to those specific foods, even some of those foods that are so-called healthy, then they can actually be causing more problems and more weight gain and more bloating and swelling and intestinal problems. So I think, to me, food allergy testing is huge, and I do that a lot in my practice, and we can find out specifically what people are allergic to, and once we know that, we can eliminate it from their diet. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a forever elimination, it can be just for short periods of time, but certain foods can certainly cause troubles in people, and we need to identify those foods. You can't always tell. Now, if some things you can. I mean, obviously, if there's an immediate allergy, like you eat a peanut and start to wheeze and swell, people know that. That's what we call IgE type of allergies. But many of the food allergies don't do that. They're more of a subtle type of allergies, and people can't really tell immediately that it's causing problems with them. So they'll actually, a day later or 2 days later start to swell up, have intestinal troubles, wonder why they don't feel good, fatigue, things like that. So if we can identify all those foods, then we know what to stay with and stay away from. The third component, of course, is exercise fitness. Obviously, some people can't do as much as others, so we always take the patient in context. What can they do? What are they able to do? And more importantly, what do they want to do? So it's really kind of the patient and myself working together on what we can get people to do to try to get them to actually do it instead of just say they're going to do it.
I had a hysterectomy when I was 30. And from that, I was on medication Premarin for over 20 years. And so I was having hormonal issues. Last September, I went into adrenal fatigue. The big thing, though, is I've had chronic pain, bone and joint muscle pain for 20 years. 24/7, I was not sleeping well. And that was the biggest thing, is I couldn't take the pain anymore. I knew I was having problems with the hormones, but the pain was more my issue. So I found Body Logic online and gave him a call, went to one of his seminars, spoke with him after the seminar, pretty much told him I'm going to be your challenge because I've had 20 years of pain and I can't take it anymore. And he looked right at me and he goes, "It's your gut." And I was like, "What? That simple? What?" So we made an appointment. I ran some tests, a few of the basic tests in the beginning, went and saw him, kept a food journal, very diligent in doing exactly what he said. trying to be as compliant as he told me to be. And we talked about it, and he told me I need to go gluten-free. And I was like, okay. My body was so racked with inflammation. Every test that he ran, we did the Nutri-Eval test, and he ran another one. It all came back at the highest inflammation on every test. That was throughout my body. And within a week, I knew there was a difference. And right now, about a year later, I'm 90% pain-free. I've lost 35 pounds, healthier than I've ever been in my life. He's been really monitoring the bioidentical hormones and the vitamins that he's given me, the probiotics and the other vitamins. He's helping me for my food to be processed correctly. So that's what I like about Body Logic. It's not just one thing. He's taking the whole picture. He's looking at your physical, your nutrition, you know, your chemical. That's what I liked, is the whole picture is being looked at.
If you're interested, which I certainly hope you are, because I am, we're at bodylogicmd.com. Go to that website. It'll tell you exactly what to do about how to get a hold of my staff. Give them a call, touch base with them, set up an appointment. We'll start the testing going and see if we can make you feel a little bit better.